Since today marks officially 2 years since it happened, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So here is the full story of how Felix from Stray Kids pointed and laughed at me. And if you don't care about Stray Kids or you don't care about me, still just sit and listen to the story time, because any money I make from this in the creator fund is going to go to Mai, who I've been working with, and her 10 family members, help them evacuate and to help her mother get medical care. So the day was July 12th, 2022. And I went to go see Stray Kids Maniac Tour in Oakland with my sister. It was not only my first Stray Kids show, but also my first K-pop concert ever. I've been a K-pop fan for 15 years, so I was very excited, very overwhelmed, very nervous as well. I had gotten extremely lucky with ticketing, and I was on the floor, B stage, second row. It was, I don't know guys, it was crazy. So we got to the venue, everything else is kind of a blur. I was overwhelmed and also have extreme social anxiety, so crowds are not my favorite place to be. But we got to our seats. We weren't in our seats for very long, and then sound check started. Hey, they're real, guys. It's crazy and I still don't believe it, but I guess they are. Also, if you know about the Oakland show, then you know Hyunjin had just hurt his hand. I think he just had like a band-aid on his hand, but you could tell he wasn't feeling great, and that was sad. During soundcheck, they were super smiley and they were just walking around waving at everybody. I don't think I waved at a single one of them, just because I was like, you're real. You're like an actual, that's crazy. So soundcheck ends. I'm still kind of in shock and like that motherfucker's not real phase, but me and my sister go get nachos. The nachos were subpar. And then the songs begin that are telling you it's about to go down. Wolfgang played, and I was there with my sister. She is not a Stay nor a K-pop fan in general, and I couldn't explain that one. I couldn't explain that one to her. The lights go down and the chant starts playing, which means you know it's starting. And then the Maniac instrumental starts and the show begins. I will insert some of my favorite clips that I have now, even though I've posted most of them already, but I never get tired of them. Also, side note, if you've never seen me before, I'm a Han girly, and he went nowhere near me during soundcheck and hardly ever during the concert, so it's probably because he was so intimidated by my stunning beauty. The members that did come over to my side of the stage a lot though were Changbin, who was so cute and waving to everybody, Hyunjin, who is so intimidating and just always grooving, and Felix. Show was amazing. I was just kind of in awe the entire time, not only because obviously Stray Kids is my alt group now and it was my first time seeing them, but it was also just my first time being to a K-pop concert in general after being a K-pop fan for so long, and just experiencing the atmosphere and the performances and all of that was insane. So much so that I didn't even record the second half of the concert at all. I was just taking it all in. And that's where I had a few other interactions with Felix specifically. Just mainly like waves or like kind of like pointing, waving, hearts, whatever. That happened like 2 or 3 times with Felix, but I didn't record, sorry. But him laughing at me didn't happen during the concert. That happened after. So the concert ends and we get let out, and we get let out on the opposite side of where I parked my car. So me and my sister, and it took us a while to figure out that we were let out on the opposite side. We were walking around for quite a while. And then we realized and had to walk around the entire arena to get to my car. So as we finally get to the other side of the arena, we hear some yelling, some commotion, if you will. Something's going down. And as soon as we like get around the corner, these black vans start pulling out. And I had seen other videos of Stray Kids leaving previous concerts in the vans and like waving outside the windows, so I knew who it was. Let me try and paint a picture of the setup here. Okay, this is where Stray Kids are coming out, like the vans coming out. There's sidewalk here, and there's a bunch of fans here. and they're pulling out this way. They're traveling, and this is just road that they're traveling down. There's like a couple fans here. There's like a group of 3 here, 1 other girl, me, my sister, and then they're going this way. Nobody behind us either way. It's just me and my sister on like the end of the exit. That probably didn't make sense, but just saying, there's no one else around us. It's just like me, my sister, and 1 other girl as Stray Kids are leaving, and all the other fans are like further down. We're like still walking as the vans are coming out because we're in the path of the van. Like the van's passing 8 feet in front of us, so we're kind of trying to keep it moving, but also looking and waving. And I see 1 van go by, and I see the flashlights in the window. I can't tell who is in there. And then I see another van starting to approach, and I think it was Chris. And then, clear as day, I see Felix. Now, personally, in situations like this, I'm not a screamer. I'm just like stupid, cheesy smile and like, oh my god, this is happening kind of person. Smile and wave, boys, smile and wave. But the other single girl that was standing next to me is a screamer. And all power and respect to her for that, honestly. Like, no judgment, no hard feelings. I just wasn't prepared. Egg on my face for that. So as soon as the van with Felix pulls in front of us, she turns to me and screams, "Oh my god!" in my ear. And honestly, I feel terrible because I wish I could have joined in the excitement with her and been in that moment with her. But I was not prepared. And so I go, "Oh!" If you are that girl, I am so sorry. I was slacking on my stay duties. I should have been in that moment with you. I should have been screaming with you. I was just overwhelmed and unprepared. And that's on me. That is my bad. I'm so sorry. So I crumble because, youchies. And as soon as I look back up, I make direct eye contact with VZ Felix, and he is pointing at me and laughing. And by the time I had processed what had just happened, they were already gone. But he laughed at me. He laughed at me. Yeah, that's the story of how Felix pointed and laughed, in fact, at my pain. If you are the girly that screamed in my ear, truly, nothing but love. You're great. Love you. If you're Lee Felix, you'll be hearing from my lawyers. It's been 2 years and I have not let it go.